things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Sooners will kick it off to get us underway. Touchback, they'll bring it out to the 25. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. On the move. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take him. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the 4th quarter game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
3rd down play from the gun. Hauls it in. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. He makes the grab. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Cornhuskers will hustle to the line.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack that. Field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab. It's Davison. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly. He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense in the passing game.
Back to pass. It's complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you talking hair's on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Huskers in the hurry-up. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Perry on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Firing to the right, complete. He stopped just short of the goal line and the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And the Huskers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback will keep it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskers!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point was good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
He's got him. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Sooners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. This could be a major turning point in this game. Going for it inside their own 40. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
on defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
On the run, it's Davison. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around. And
intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Moves around to clear up the vision. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They've got the screen set up. Makes his man miss. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. And you got to communicate.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
To the air on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Quarterback gets past the marker. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of...
Breaks into the open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. They've only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Rushes on him. At the 35, he's got room.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Cole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Here comes the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the...
And he's got it inside the 35.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
With the catch, it's Cole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
On 4th down, looking to pass. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Now from inside the red zone. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quick release by the QB. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Here's a heat. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Huskers. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Little touch pass to the receiver. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball.
Trying to beat the D deep. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Quarterback keeps it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Pucks it out of the air. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Takes it the other way. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
35, Oklahoma, 0.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll leave it with him. And the 35, he's loose. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Under fire. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. And now on second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Cornhuskers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. And the Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
All right, drops are a part of football. It's a part of offense. What's really important for this quarterback now is to come back to the receiver, even after dropping that ball, to show him that you still got confidence in him, and you know it's a long game.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, and it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run play action. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. Just weren't able to come down with that one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Pulls it in. It's Davison. Lowers those pads. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Got him downfield. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Using his legs, it's Cole. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. He leaves it with his back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
On the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, he leads it with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the
converts on 4th down, still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Let's go. Give to the running back. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Didn't get had much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Using his legs to buy some time. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's reeled in. It's Cole. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one.
29 Philly.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Trying play action. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Keeps looking downfield. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown Sooners! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Number 12. Next on the football.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Davison. Makes a move. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Not much reason to go for the onside kick at this point, except they want to run up the score. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field.
42 spot.
Looking for a gap. It's Cole. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one.
Okay, ready? In blue.
They think they can create space here with a run to the right.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They'll go back to the ground. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Right back to him on the ground. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
The Sooners look to keep this drive humming. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Cole. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing it. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
A strike downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
With the catch, it's Davison. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Davison. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The Cornhuskers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Wants to keep it in the air. Wide out trying to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Flushed out of the pocket. want to move quickly. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. With the clock running, this should be the final play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Turning it on! They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.